Hi, I'm Sue Jacobs. I'm with Special Olympics Maryland, and I'm out here in Calvert County today to talk with Brandon Erhmantraut, who is our Special Olympics Athlete of the Month for June. Hi, Brandon. How are you?
I'm doing very good.
Thanks so much for taking time out today for the interview.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you for choosing me. It means a lot.
Oh, that's great. So, first question for you: where do you live?
I actually live in Silverwood, which is a townhouse community right down the street from Calvert High.
Oh, okay.
So it's Calvert High is a high school.
Gotcha. Yeah, we're at the high school today, actually, where you graduated from. And what year did you graduate?
2013.
Oh, okay. So they were nice enough to donate their space so we can have this interview today, so that was great.
Thank you.
So tell me, you do some work on the side in addition to your time with Special Olympics. What type of work do you do?
I actually announced the games for Calvert High School softball, and I announced the games for Calverton basketball for boys and girls. I only do varsity, but for boys and girls, which is very cool.
Very good. So what sports do you participate in for Special Olympics?
So many. I do, first I started with track. You see, I actually made a little poem and rap to make me remember and stuff.
Yeah.
So first I started with track, and the rap goes like, but I wasn't good at that. But my team had my back. And then I started with basketball, and did basketball. I did soccer, bowling, cheerleading, and then I used to do floor hockey.
So right now you're training for softball and for cheerleading in preparation for summer games, right?
Right. Getting involved with all these sports is very good for me because it helps me because I watch Sports Center. I think all the broadcasters, they do the sports and then they come to announce the sports. They know what they're talking about.
Right.
So that's always good.
So the more exposure you get, the better, right?
Right.
So what position do you play in softball, or do you have more than one?
I actually play left field, left center, or they sometimes put me on right, but not really.
So you were also telling me that you participated in the national games in 2014 in basketball. Did you want to tell us a little bit about that experience?
Yes. The funny thing, that's also in my rap. And I said this, yes, we went for 0-5. We went 0-5, but we will survive. We built our self-esteem and we worked together as a team and stuff because I'm a big rap fan. So basically, I've added that in my rap too. I wanted to tell everybody, we went 0-5, but these are good teams. And we was up and coming. My parents always told us. My mom and dad tells me all the time, we was up and coming. So that's awesome.
So what was it like meeting athletes from different parts of the country?
It was awesome because, growing up in Maryland, like my mom's from Texas. So basically it's cool to meet people from Texas and there. And when I used to talk, you'd say I'm a sports fan. So I told them I'm a Spurs fan, and they're like, that year the Spurs won the NBA championship too. So that was awesome.
Yeah.
So I got to talk to them about that.
Yeah.
And then I met the people from Louisiana, which is right down New Orleans, and I told them that I'm a Saints fan. So I said, who that? And stuff, and they knew exactly what I was talking about. So it was pretty cool.
Oh, that's neat.
And stuff. And they said, you're a Saints fan? You're cool. So it's awesome.
So then last summer, 2015, you were in Los Angeles for the World Games. Did you want to talk about that a little bit and what sport you participated in for that event?
Yes, I would. See, cheerleading actually is a new sport which was added last year to the World Games, and this was the first time that they ever had cheerleaders at the World Games. So we was one out of the 15 teams across the globe, across USA, a national level, and basically to go, and we cheer for the athletes. I was the only boy out of Maryland to ever go to for cheerleading and stuff. So I felt awesome because it was like I'll write down the history somewhere and be like, I was the only boy.
So of all the sports that you've played
Yes.
so far, what would you say is your favorite?
My favorite sport will have to be basketball, but I also like softball.
Okay.
Basketball because it's fast paced and basically it's in a team, and I like passing and doing my fancy passing skills and stuff.
So you have a favorite sport that you play for Special Olympics, but you also are into broadcasting, and that's your dream.
Yes.
Do you have a favorite sports team, professional sports team that you like or follow?
Yes. I actually I wear different hats and stuff for sports. Like my favorite football team will have to be the St. Louis Rams. Sorry, Los Angeles Rams now. They're the Los Angeles Rams. And so I always say St. Louis first because St. Louis I grew up as a St. Louis Rams fan. I was 4 years old and I loved their helmets.
Oh, okay.
So I grew up as a Rams fan, and then I adopted two other teams. So I had the St. Louis Cardinals and the St. Louis Blues.
So we always like to end the interview by getting to know something about you that people may not already know. So one of the things we had talked about earlier is your experience in sports broadcasting, and you've had some incredible opportunities to interview two very well-known famous people. So did you want to share a little bit about that?
Yes. As everybody know about me, I want to be a sports broadcaster. So I actually started this dream by watching Sports Center on TV. When I was a little kid, hopefully I don't tear up when I say this, because I always tear up. Stuart Scott and recently passed away, and basically I cried that day. I felt like I lost somebody close to me because he was inspiring. He took the Sports Center to a whole nother level. He made it entertainment with crazy slangs like "booyah," when he's and then he's cooler than the other side of the pillow, and it's pretty cool. And then it's cool to announce and stuff. So recently I got the interview with Adam Jones from the Baltimore Orioles. Real good outfielder.
Yeah, I'd say.
Playing outfield myself, it's pretty much awesome because you get to ask him questions and to interview him. I said, okay, how do you do it? And then I got an interview with Johnny Holiday, which is the broadcaster of the University of Maryland basketball team.
Right.
And he was around when the Maryland Terrapins, I remember, won the national championship.
So did Johnny Holiday give you any advice that you could take with you after you interviewed him?
Yes, he did. He told me to take lots of notes. Takes lots and lots of notes. He actually showed me his notes. So much note taking. He writes the stats of the players' names and stuff. Like me, in school, I wasn't ever a note taker.
And I know you shared, I did want you to share the quote with me that you shared earlier from Tupac, because I think that would be a nice way to end up the interview today.
That came in a song which Tupac wrote and stuff. He wrote, and I liked his saying so much. It says, "Believe and you can achieve." Because I took that on. I said that is my quote because I loved it because it represented me because I do believe. And I am achieving my goal.
Well, Brandon, thank you so much for your time today for this interview, and we wish you all the best as you train for softball and for cheerleading. And we hope to see you up at the Summer Games in June up at Towson University.
Yep, can't wait. Have a nice day. I'm Brandon.